What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome to Tay-Biz TV. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? Look like the chat is already getting lit up. That is what's up. That is what's up. We got some people in the building that we want to shout out in a minute. But how's everybody doing tonight? We are here to further unpack a little bit on Michael Clark. Tonight, we did a video, a live stream on Michael Clark and exposed what was he doing? Where was he at? You know, no interviews by the police, no nothing, you know. But he was with Mickey Stines all day on the day that he shot Judge Mullins. He, as in Sean Mickey Stines, shot Judge Mullins 8 total times in his chambers. I actually updated my Mickey Stines folder. I added some more documents. I have a source close to the situation now that was able to render some things for me. And so if you would like to see the layout of the judge's chambers and where the shooting took place and where the police came in at, like the whole thing, go inside the folder. We also have the motion to unseal the psych evaluation motion in there as well. We will read that today and go over that. And also we will chime in on the fact that tomorrow, August 15th at 1:00 p.m., Sean Mickey Stines will have another hearing. And the hearing will cover, I believe, it will cover the motion to dismiss the indictment. It's going to address that. It's also going to be a hearing about the motion to unseal his psych evaluation as well. I do believe, this is just my opinion and my observation here, I do believe that we will possibly get a trial date at some point. I don't think the indictment is going to be dismissed because he is charged with murder of the first degree and also murder of a public official. So it's going to be interesting tomorrow to see what happens. It's at 1:00. And guess where it's at? Guess where it's at? All right. Guess where the hearing is going to take place? It's going to take place in Letcher County Court. The actual courtroom or the court building, the county building where the courtroom is, where the judge's chambers is, that's where the hearing is going to be held. All right. And so it's going to be wild tomorrow. It's going to be definitely wild tomorrow. All right. So here we go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Biz Nation got chill. Biz Nation, what up, though? Please hit the like button on your way in. My girl Kat Now Williams in the building said, "Hey, Tay Busy." Hey, Tay Busy is hilarious. All right. It's so crazy that you say that because some of my partners from Detroit, they do say Tay Busy. So, you know, it's kind of weird that you even got the connection that quick. But that's what's up. C. Hatfield in the building saying, "What up, though, to everybody? I appreciate you coming on in. Appreciate you coming on in." Rock Solid TV 100. What up, though? Says Flesh of the Gods raid. That's what's up. Appreciate Flesh of the Gods, man. Shout out to my man, yo. Shout out to Flesh. Shout out to Flesh, man. No one is in the building. We got no one in the building. My boy KP is in the building. What up, though? The raid, Watch the Rise, is in the building. What's up, though? What up, though? Oh, right. Oh, we got Terry Winnegar from Kentucky. What up, though? Let me see. I saw you. There it is. What up, though? Thank you so much for coming on in and being a part of Biz Nation. Again, I always say this. I hope this channel serves you well. I hope you get something out of this. Okay. I hope you get something. That is going to be helpful to you, especially when you're following certain things. Like we're definitely following the Sean Mickey Stines case. I want you to put a case in your back pocket. There's another case I want you to put in your back pocket. The Devin Michaels case. Okay. The Devin Michaels case. I want you to put it in your back pocket. If you get a chance, if one of my moms can go to the channel real quick and look and get the link for the Devin Michaels video that we did about maybe a month ago, where she retreated her plea of guilty and was asking for a trial. Okay. Asking for a trial. The public defender or her lawyer, I believe it was a public defender. It's possible that it could have been someone in private, but I believe that person recused themselves from representing her as well. And the judge was not having it. Like the judge wanted to get this case going, get this case popping. So the Devin Michaels case, we've been doing that too. We actually did a video on that. If you have if again, one of my mods can go to the channel and grab that video from if you can. And so put the link inside of the chat. So if you want to watch it, you can definitely watch it. And then we are following that for sure, 100%. I got my ears to the ground on that for sure. All right, Janice in the building saying what up, though? Hey, what up, Janice? Aaron in the building. What up, though? What up, though? From Cat Now, Williams chat as well. Yo, Aaron is super dope. Have great comments in the chat all the time. Very respectful. I really do appreciate it for sure. Really do appreciate it. Let's see who else is in the building. Blue-eyed Hillbilly is in the building. Hey, I'm a little late, but I'm here. No, you right on time. Okay, you are right on time. There you go, Flesh of the Gods. What up, though? What up, though? Let me get the cruise bombs. The cruise bombs with my boy Flesh of the Gods. How is my mic sounding? I had somebody in my comments say that my microphone irritates them, and and I was laughing. I responded with a laugh because I kind of agree. I've been trying to figure out a way to make sure that I don't blast your ears out when I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you can put a 1 in the chat if the mic is good, put a 2 in the chat if I need to go down some, if I need to turn down, let me know because I want to make sure I'm not blasting your ears out. All right. Terry is saying, been waiting for your show. See what you found on our preacher, man. Should invite him to the show. I don't know if he want to come over here. I don't think so. I don't think he want to come over here. He don't want none of this smoke. None of this smoke. You feel me? We don't hold back here. Mike is good. Okay, great. Everybody got some ones in the chat. All right, bet. I appreciate it. And whoever commented, thank you. What I did was I made the adjustment prior to me coming on. And it's hard for me to test it. It's hard for me to test real quick because I can't really do it. I can't test it myself sometimes because if you put in your headphones, of course it's going to sound great, but I need those decimals right. And I did not open up my software on the mic either, so I need to do that too. So keep that in mind as well. Keisha's in the building. What up, though? Hey, fam. What up, though? Say what up, though, to Keisha. Appreciate you coming on through. Yo, all right, we are going to get into this, but I want to say something real quick, though, man. It's been a heavy on my heart to say this real quick, man. But I was having a conversation with my pop yesterday morning, and me and him was kicking and we was talking, and one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that, thank you, Chill, I appreciate you for putting the link up. One of the things we were talking about was how people have a tendency to hold you to where they knew you, or like your past, if you will, like the way you were then. It seems like they want to constantly remind you that they knew you from where you were then. So, like, say for instance, back in the day, you had a certain type of mindset, all right, to do certain things, to make certain decisions. And what has happened in your life is that you have finally got a chance to where you have utilized the opportunity in life to grow from immature mistakes or youthful decision making, very immature decision making. And then you move on and you become happy in something. You grow, you finally accomplish something, you're finally doing something, you stand in your own lane. And then you have those conversations where the person want to revisit certain things because your status may change, or your thing, certain things may change, like maybe your money came up, or maybe you was in a new relationship, or recently got married, or whatever the case may be. And then they're like, yeah, I know how you used to be when you was in the, it's like, this how you are when you in. It's like, yeah, when I was 21, when I was 22, but I'm, when you 40 something years old and you growing, you are liable to evolve and change. And so I wanted to encourage everybody to just stay true to yourself. Stay true to all the lessons that you learned. Stay true to the positive changes that you made for yourself. And don't let anybody keep you back where they met you. You met me back there, but I'm not there anymore. Something's going on with you. You're still there. You're still thinking about what that was. I'm not. All right. So I just wanted to get that out because people have a tendency to keep you somewhere that you have grown from. And sometimes what's the disappointing part is the fact that this person is a friend of yours, or this person might be even family. You like, dang, like I'm definitely not where I used to be at all, and I've been more consistent in this positive realm that I'm in than not. So I don't understand why you cracking on me like that. So that is something that me and my pop was talking about in our conversations, man. And he always dropping wisdom, man. Shout out to my pop. He's always dropping wisdom. But we were conversing back and forth about it. And I was just telling him, like, it's not about it being fair or not. It's about the fact that we hold too many expectations on people. You think because somebody is your friend, they've known you for a long time that you think they know you because they know of you for a long time. Just because you have history with someone, it doesn't mean that they know you. You just been knowing me for a long time. That don't mean you actually know me for real. Because if you know me, then you know that the changes that I've made have been beneficial. And if those are the changes that I made that's been beneficial, then why are you constantly trying to remind me of something that is not beneficial or that wasn't beneficial for me back then? So yeah, we gonna keep it moving in that instance, but that's the mindset we gotta have to continue to stay in the very thing that's making you better. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is, and sometimes you got to zero focus in. Sometimes you got to eagle eye, hawk eye focus into what it is that you got going on. And back in the day when we was kids, we used to knock on each other's door on the screen door and say, "Hey, can such and such come out and play?" Those days is over with. Those days is over with. You only can club for so many years. You know what I'm saying? You can only go out and hang and be out all night with your friends for so long. At a certain point in your life, you get a certain age, you're like, "Hell, I can't do this no more." we can't do this no more, dog. You know what I mean? And so we got to get to a point where we are definitely growing and constantly growing. And so I just want to encourage everybody with that right there, man. So hopefully I said something that really helped you out with that. You know what I mean? All right. Factual lies in the building. Factual lies in the building. What up, Doe? Keisha said, "Preach." I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something. Hold on, my girl. Hold on. Wait a minute. I see somebody. Kiana, what up, Doe? Howdy, people listening as I do my German lesson. Okay, do your thing. Do your thing. I'm so glad that you came by the Biz TV, Biz TV, Biz Nation in the building, man. We are rocking. We are rocking. We got Biz Nation in the building. We got Fresh Guys Raiders in the building. We got Cat Not Williams Raid in the building. We got some stuff going on. Terry Winniger said, "In life, you go through stages of life. Everyone goes through change, or you would be an adult stuck in a baby crib wearing diapers." Absolutely. Life is a change every second as a whole. You always evolve and you're always doing something to go forward, or you should be growing. If you're growing, I mean, you're living. You're not just existing, but you're living. I don't want to just exist. I want to live. You know what I mean? I definitely want to live. FFS in the building. What up, though? Rocking out, rocking out, rocking out. All right. Jen Mason in the building. What up, though? Hope you stick around and watch us. Continue to rock with us. All right. Okay, so we are about to get into the Michael Clark situation. All right. What we're going to do is first we're going to just recap real briefly with this real quick video of Michael Clark, who he really is. The man who got pardoned for 7 drug trafficking charges. He was pardoned by the former governor, Matt Bevin, which is crazy work. We talking about this guy right here. he this guy pardons him. He was 20 years, got pardoned, clean slate, gave him a clean slate. All right. So we about to go ahead and see what up with this Michael Clark situation. What else we got going on, and some of the stuff that he been doing. Some of the things, how some people move, they just move weird. And we need to talk about it because he is connected with this case because he was with, in this case, the Sean Mickey Stines case, he was with Sean Mickey Stines, this gentleman right here. He was with Sean Mickey Stines the entire day that of the on September the 19th, which is the day that this gentleman shot Judge Kevin Mullins 8 times. Okay. In his chambers. Now we know for a fact this is chambers because now we have mapping, and the map is in the Sean Mickey Stines folder. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get this popping real quick. Let's get the show started, man. All right, let's go. All right, we are going to watch this real quick. Let's take a look at this, y'all.
Michael Clark spent 20 years in and out of prison for 7 different drug trafficking charges in Harlan County. For the past 3 years, he has been clean, out of jail, and working for addiction recovery care. Last week, he got the news former Governor Matt Bevin pardoned him, clearing his record. New at 11, I talked to him about what that clean slate means. A criminal record that dates back almost 20 years.
It spiraled out of control, one drug to the next. The drugs changed, but really everything remains the same. It was something that had a hold of me that I couldn't let go.
Michael Clark spent the last 2 decades in and out of jail until a moment that made him hit rock bottom.
December of 16 is when I received a letter from my daughter saying her and her brother, which is my son, were done with me. And it finally broke my heart because I realized at the age of 38, I had wasted my whole life.
When he was released 6 months later, he was determined to get back on his feet.
I regret some of the things I've done, but in all honesty, all that test I was put through allows me to share my testimony today. And those messes are messages now.
That is exactly what he has done, working for addiction recovery care, starting his own ministry, and now a community liaison for the Letcher County Jail.
The same judge that I work for now actually he had put.
Hold on, a community liaison. What does that even mean? See, people just be throwing words out like, you know, I am a customer service tech. It's like, what? What do you servicing customers, and what are you technical at? Like, what is it? You know, what are you doing? This guy here is a community liaison for the Letcher County Sheriff's Department, which means what? Which means that he is the gatekeeper for the company ARC, because he is a part of ARC. Is or was or is. I know ARC is going through a situation right now. Okay. They are getting investigated by the FBI right now for Medicaid fraud for up to $130 million. So it sounds like to me, and see, this is what I hear. See, I'm a little bit on the different side. Like, I hear things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear, like I did a what they call an acronym inside of Cat's chat. And the acronym for COPS was Collectors of People Services. It's like, you're just a collection agency. You're a collection agency. And every collection agency has representatives. They have doormen, they have gatekeepers. All right. And this guy here, he had 7 drug trafficking charges. He was convicted of. He went to prison, came out of prison, right? In and out of prison. Once he came out finally, all of a sudden, he gets a pardon by the governor, former Governor Matt Bevin, who was passing out pardons like candy on Halloween. All right. This man received a pardon by the former governor. He became a part of the Addiction Recovery Cares Company. He also was the community liaison for the Letcher County Sheriff Department. Mickey Stines, we saw that last time we went live. We talked about this. Mickey Stines would be able to Well, he had to arrest people who was like doing crimes. He was legit doing it. And Taya Adams was on our show. Shout out to Taya Adams. She was on our show, and she said whenever she had an issue with Mickey Stines, he treated her with nothing but respect, even though he had to arrest her. All right. Even though he had to arrest her. But this guy here would talk to Mickey Stines and be like, Mickey Stines would call him and say, hey, man, I got somebody that I don't want to put him in jail, but all they need is a little bit of help. Okay, well, he's the community liaison for the sheriff department. He could just go ahead and take them, and then he'll bring them to ARC, get them all signed up. And by the time Medicaid get the paperwork from ARC about what they need as far as finances, you done upcharged it. Now that's just a theory of mine. I have no proof. Okay, we're using our common sense because we're jurors, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a person that has a little bit of sense. All right, we just need a tad bit. We just need a tad bit. Look, Blue Eye Hillbilly hit it on the nose. It is just like domestic engineer, aka housewife. Like, come on now. It just makes you feel good to put extra sauce on these sandwiches, man. It's extra sauce. He's a community liaison. And if you look up a definition for liaison, it could be anything. If by any means necessary was a person, there you go. Everybody putting in their own they're putting in their own embellished positions right now. Look, Terry Winniger know what I'm talking about. They made a position with him for ARC and set him to have a place office at the courthouse. It's like a watch over everyone situation. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? Look at the Aaron like WTF. Yeah. So this gentleman here is able to take you. Here it is. You already on drugs. You already strung out. He takes you. He gets you recovered. Then there's an insurance company. I got some information. I've been talking to somebody. Okay, where they take these people who are recovering, and instead of putting them on Suboxone, which is something to help you with opioid addiction, they'll put them on prescription drug that is supposed to fight the urge, but it really puts them back in the same position. So now they're still on something. And then what they do, they get them again. Unless they have need of you, what they do is they leave you where you at. But they have a need for this guy. Why? Because let's be honest, this guy is charismatic. He got a charisma. He can talk. And he has a story to back up his charisma. He can back up his charisma with the story that he got about how he was out there selling drugs, doing crazy stuff, 7 felonies, convictions. He was pardoned, and it was by the grace of God and all this kind of stuff, not mentioning anything about Russell Coleman, not mentioning anything about Tim Robinson, who is the CEO of ARC. And Russell Coleman is the attorney general who was college buddies with Matt Bevin. I said, man, we need you to do us a favor. We need you to do us a favor. We need you to do us a favor. We need this. We got to get him clean so that way it don't look crazy. So you'll give him a pardon. Now you pardon all these other crazy, nasty dudes. Why not pardon this dude? He got his life right. Addiction recovery care. Okay, great. Boom. They create a position for him and give him an office at the sheriff's department so that way he can be the collector of those people who have issues.
Me in jail. And now we're best friends. You know, we stay on the phone, we communicate.
And now everything on his criminal record is erased thanks to former Governor Matt Bevin's pardon.
And this pardon opens many doors that I wouldn't be able to open with stuff on my record. Because I have Class C felonies, which were not expungible. They would have never come off.
Clark said he is excited to be able to travel outside the country and minister.
I would not squander it because I'm so blessed to get that.
Saying the pardon adds to his testimony he shares with those that still fight addiction. Clark has.
See, there it is. So now he got the story. This who we talking about. We talking about this guy, right? Now check this out. Not only does ARC give him a position, okay, they created a position for him, community liaison. All right. So not only, flesh of the gods, flesh of the gods, like, wait, what? Yes, sir, man. This gentleman gets a full pardon. The man said it out of his own mouth. Class C felonies. Class C, man. Look at this. Terry Winniger says, Tay Biz. In the rehab language, Michael Clark is a body broker. They are running insurance for profit off addicts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're running a profit off the addiction. You're not trying to, you're doing the same thing most doctors do to us. They just give you medicine for the symptoms. They let you stay connected. Look, you be on some narcotic, you be on some type of morphine, codeine, all that stuff. And because it came from a doctor, it's not as potent as the stuff on the street. Okay, cool. There are so many people that's connected to prescription drugs. It's not even a joke. And this is what happens when you gotta have agents, and he is an agent. Okay, he's an agent. But not only is he an agent, okay, because y'all saw the thumbnail. Look, Kiss of Pete, my boy KP said, I'm no longer a trucker. I'm now a goods relocation liaison. Let's go. Let this boy cook right now. Let him cook now.
Let him cook. I said, let him cook.
He's a liaison he's a goods relocation liaison. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Now check this out. The man is not only a liaison, but he is, look, a body broker, perfect name for him. Look at that. But not only is he a liaison, he's a pastor. He's a preacher. Now, this right here, man, this is the part where I don't play with this. Listen, y'all, I don't force a belief or nothing like that. I don't force a religion or anyone. Anyone who knows me on a personal level knows, like, it's not about that with me. But let me tell you something. From Detroit, I have been able to be around a lot of church people. You hear me? And let me tell you something. If you ever been to Detroit, or if you ever visited Detroit, what I'm about to say is about to be a fact. When you go to Detroit in the city, and you can drive, let's say you want to drive up 6 Mile. We got a street called 6 Mile, aka McNichols Road. McNichols Road is 6 Mile. So if you see something, a street named McNichols, is 6 Mile. It runs east and west. If you'll see 7 Mile. Of course, you'll see 8 Mile. Then the more you get to the burbs, you're going to see like 9 Mile, 10 Mile, 696, and 11 Mile kind of interchange with each other. You got 12, 13, 14. Then you get the Bluefield. You get all that. Listen, if you go to Detroit and you drive up McNichols or you drive up 7 Mile, no matter what street you drive up, all you will see is liquor stores and churches. If you go to Detroit and drive up the street, west side or east side, it don't even matter. You won't be able to count the total amount of liquor stores you see and churches. And I'm talking about the same type of church, Church of God in Christ, a missionary Baptist church, a Pentecostal church, a Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ. You'll see so many churches. They will rent out a small school and turn it into a church. They will rent out a barbershop and put their church logo on a nice little board and stick it up there. And then once church is over with, they'll take it down because they renting the barbershop to have church. I'm telling you, all you will see is a bunch of 501c3 organizations. All in the hood. All in the hood. I'm telling you. You go to Detroit, you're going to see so many churches, it's ridiculous. This man is a pastor. And then you got other people who have very small churches, very, very small, tiny churches. And they are archbishop, and they are apostle, and they are the bishop of this organization. And it's like, dude, your church got 30 people in it, and you're the bishop of an organization. What organization? Where is this organization at? Where's this organization at? Oh, yeah, for sure. The Coney Islands, next to the liquor store, across from the church. Absolutely. Absolutely. I grew up at a church called Greater Grace Temple in Detroit. And I grew up where the father, Bishop David Ellis, was the pastor. And I remember, I was young, but I remember that he and his deacons, they built that church. They came from a small church on one side of town. They went to another area. They was able to buy it. They was able to build it with their hands. They were working with these construction people to build it. Okay. And he was the type of pastor, I've seen this so many times. He was the type of pastor where if you came to night service after, because morning service, everybody, it's a huge church. It's a big old church. It's a big old church. So, but he knew you. He knew your family. If you was in the hospital, he was there. Like I don't even know how he had the ability to visit everybody. Bishop David L. Ellis is the guy. Okay. Look at that. Jan is in the building. Listen, Bishop Ellis is a beautiful place now. Great stuff. Absolutely. When his son took over, I didn't stay long, but his father was where I got my tutelage and my connection. All right. Now watch this. There were times at night service where it would just be a handful of people, maybe like 100, 200 people there. And then next thing you know, he like, how many people are struggling with this, that, and the third? How many people, got a light bill that needs to be paid? He would take it out of his pocket and give it to anybody who needed it. So when people gave, he gave it back to them. This guy, Michael Clark, is not doing that. Okay. This guy ain't doing that. And see, I can sniff out a fake from a mile away. I have been in this so long. I know how they talk. I know how they think. I know how they move. I know the moves they make. They scantless. All they do is church. They don't do God. They do church. Okay. Because church, as far as on the organizational side, is tax exempt if you set it up that way. And of course you would. Why? Because you take contributions, you take donations. It's not a for-profit organization. Okay. So if you do a 501c3, you get the tax exempt, but they want to know what you're doing with this money. Okay. This guy here, not only is he the community liaison, he's the pastor. He is the pastor. And guess who made him a pastor? Let's find out who made this man a pastor. Let's go.
An employee with addiction recovery care created a new church in Letcher County. Now he's trying to help those in need. WIMT's Chaz Jenkins attended the first service of Rooted Church.
Clean since 2016, finding purpose in creating a new church for the area.
Clean and sober going on 6 years, and I just feel like I need a place where we can go and rescue the lost and equip the saints to achieve their God-given destiny.
Seeing support from family, friends, and those at Addiction Recovery Care.
A lot of weight on taking the role of pastor, but I believe God, if he's called you, he'll fulfill that work. And I'm just excited to get going and just see what's going to happen here in Whitesburg and Letcher County.
Including church member Corey Bailiff, helping the cause immediately.
To see, what the Lord has actually put together in such a quick amount of time, from just figuring out where we're going to meet at to now it's like looking at permanent places and everything and just seeing it. Lord's through and through with it.
Agreeing and relating to the church's philosophy.
What a lot of people, think of church is
See
the
that?
building that we go to on Sundays, when the actuality of it is that the church is supposed to go out and be the church Monday through Saturday, get together on Sunday for praise and worship, and then be the church throughout the rest of the week.
Ready to get started, staying community-minded in their approach.
The Bible says God doesn't look on the outer as man does, but he looks at the heart. And we're just here to see hearts changed, see lives transformed, and see true revival in Whitesburg.
Helping those who need it most. In Whitesburg, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Okay. Okay. This man rooted church. Okay. Y'all saw what it looked like, right? Y'all saw what it looked like, but watch this. Watch this real quick. Let's blow this up real quick. Oh, not me, this. Here we go. You see where it says a new church in Letcher County, this is back in February 2022, held its first ever service Sunday, created by former drug addict and addiction recovery care employee Michael Clark. The group is called Rooted Church. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who, and how did you get this started? Well, there was another organization called Operation Unite. And Operation Unite was Michael Clark. Operation Unite was Michael Clark. This man, Michael Clark Ministries, has been getting to it. The man been getting to it. Matter of fact, hold on. Do it this way. The man been getting to it, y'all. Okay. Let me drop the comments down real quick so you can see this. We got the 2021 tax exempt income tax form, short form, 2021. Now he started this church. Now this church, Rooted Church, is not under Rooted Church. I want y'all. I hope y'all follow me here. Okay, I'm gonna show you how the church game go. All right, I'm talking about the fake church. I ain't talking about the real believers. That's a different conversation. But these fakies, KP said where the roots at. These fakies. I'm like, where is the Rooted Church information? Oh, no. Michael Clark Ministries Incorporated. Now, again, you can make anything look legit on paper, because all of this right here, it doesn't give you how the operation has been going. But I want to come down here a little bit, because Michael Clark Ministries, let me see what's going on. Let me scroll it down here. Let's go. Look at this here. Okay. We got public charity status and public support. Gifts, grants, contributions, and membership fees received. 2018. $5,355. 2019, $6,000. 2020, $7,194. A total of $22,496 have went to Michael Clark Ministries Incorporated. I don't see nothing on here about Rooted Church. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out real quick. I don't see anything about a root or a church in this. Do you? The math didn't math. Now I told you guys, see, y'all thought I was playing. I told you that this guy stepped down. Remember, we talked about this whole stepping down thing, right? If y'all remember that, put a 1 in the chat, because we talked about it last time. We talked about our boy Michael Clark Incorporated, Mr. Michael Clark Ministries. Let me grab a calculator. So you mean to tell me, going back from 2018, okay, wait a minute. He said it gave me, the FFS said it gave me an error message on my calculator. Shout out to Abundance. What up, though? I miss you, girl. What up, though? What up, though? I gotta give you some love. I gotta give you some love. Listen to me. Michael Clark, where is Rooted Church Incorporated? Where is Rooted Church? Where is Rooted Church? Matter of fact, hold on, let me see. Rooted Church. Yeah. Can't find it. Yeah, ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing. Now, why are we talking about this dude? Because he was with our boy Mickey all day. All day. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button. Please share this. If you want to show love to the channel, you could do it this particular way through Cash App. However, we don't really solicit a lot around here, as y'all notice. I don't really get into all this promoting and things of that nature. However, Michael Clark is definitely into it. Oh, he is definitely in it. So he started Rooted Church. I just want to bring all the lost at any cost to the Lord Jesus Christ, because he did it for me. It's going to be called Rooted Church. I just needed a place where I could just gather all the saints and come together to talk about the Lord. Okay. I'm going to call it Rooted Church. Okay. But the way I set it up, ain't no root or nothing. 2018, Michael Clark Ministries. 2019, Michael Clark Ministries. 2020, 7,100 Michael Clark Ministries. This is where we at. This is the 2021. Okay. This is the 2021. This is the 2021. Let's see what else we got here, man. Okay. Because I think this is where it gets a little, this is where it gets more weird. Yeah. When you think it can't get any weirder, it does. It does. Okay, fams. Let me drop myself down some more. Okay, fam. Tell me now, this is the 2023 tax exempt for Michael Clark Ministries Incorporated. Thank you, Terry Winiger. Thank you. Judge Mullins attended this church. Michael Clark said that he was Mickey Stines' pastor. Mickey Stines attended his. Thank you. See, we've been talking about this for a long time. Okay. Now, for some reason, Michael Clark Ministries went down a little bit in 2022. The contributions wasn't contributing. And in 2023, the contributions was really not there. He only got about $2,800. Again, you can make it look like anything. If you got the power, if you got the cachet, the connections, you can make it look like anything. Now, remember, what's the name of the church? Everybody put Rooted Church in the chat. Janice over here you can't believe it. Is it Janice? I'm sorry, I think I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. I'm saying Janice when it's actually spelled like Janice to me. If it's Janice, put a 1. If it's Janice, put a 2. All right, that's how I know. Rooted Church. Marie Morgan in the building. Our registered nurse is in the building. Okay, so Janice, got you. Hey there, Mr. Tay Biz. Marie Morgan here. That's what's up. The registered nurse for the chat is in the building. If you need to be restored, we got a registered nurse in the building, okay? If you're gasping, look at Chill said, well, Dan, you got the tax returns? Listen to me. I got a source. I don't want to name my source, but we got sources now. We are connecting with people here, people. Okay, we are connecting here. We are getting connections. All right. Now check this out. Now remember, the man is the pastor of Rooted Church, right? And now we're talking about also how this Kentucky corruption goes beyond just what's happening with ARC and all that kind of stuff, because the corruption has to be small corruptions to cover for the big corruption, if you will, right? What did Frank Lucas say to American Gangster? He said, don't nobody talk to me directly. If you got something to do with me, you talk to Huey. Huey, you talk to me, right? Then he took his glasses off, but he threw them in the bowl of ice. Now watch this. We have some footage here of Michael Clark getting his sermon on. And I just want you to see the difference between what we just saw. Y'all not gonna play with me tonight. Your boy coming with some hot receipts right now, okay? I want y'all to look at this footage and you tell me if this looks like Rooted Church to you. Okay? You tell me if this looks like Rooted Church to you. Here we go.
See, God don't need a big church. And God don't need a bunch of people. And God don't need a big name minister. And God don't need a poster that says revival. God don't need this. And God don't need that. When He gets ready to move, He is ready to move, and the man will never have.
Okay. What that mean? Lie. And then what Kevin Hart said, what that mean? Lie. Does this look like Rooted? What we just saw, does this look like Rooted Church to you? Oh, it's a different type of root. It's a different type of root. It's a different type of root, man. Listen to me. This is not Rooted Church.
Have any of y'all ever been up against something and you look back on your life and say the math did not add up, but somehow or some way God came through and He done it again? Amen. I don't know, as I look back, whether that be money. Some of y'all know there was no way that you were going to make it. You couldn't afford it. They were going to come get your car. They were going to come get your house. And somehow or another, although the man.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen to me, man. Can you name just in general what is different off rip? Off rip, the entire infrastructure is totally different than what we just saw. Come on now. Do you think $22,000? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, he got way more than that. Oh yeah, he can evangelize under his personal name. I know. Trust me. I know people who do this, and they have churches, and instead of things being given to the church, it's put in their pocket. That's what's happening. He was evangelizing a little bit too much. Now, again, this is the man that was with Mickey Stines on September 19th, 2024, all day. And he, for some reason, couldn't discern that something was troubling Mickey. You see, he couldn't discern that something was troubling old Mickey Stines. Okay. But for some reason, he was able to make an assessment after the fact and say, you know what? Mental health is real. Now, this your best friend you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Look at these roots. Look at this rooted church here. Is this rooted church?
God showed you a way. Maybe it may be your health. Some of y'all didn't think you were going to make it.
Now, I know for a fact, again, I cannot, my source that gave me this information, I know for a fact that he and his wife have now become pastors of this particular church, and it's full of nothing but black folks. And you know, and I'm gonna tell you why that's important. Because black folks, if we ain't gonna do nothing, we gonna church. Black folks will church you down to your ankles. You understand me? Listen to me. Black folks, we just different. When it come to church, we'll shout you, church you down. We'll hook 'em and shy you down. I'm telling you. So this ain't about race. It's about circumstance here. Under the circumstances, he decided to step down from Rooted Church and come here. Okay? We church all day. I know. Listen to me. I know how church goes. I'm telling you. In Detroit, you can't tell me that we don't church. We church to the ankles. And if you got corns on your feet, we'll church you down to your corn on your feet, and we will get that corn removed in the name that's above every name. That's how black, that's just the way it is. So it makes sense that he did this. Oh, you think I'm playing? Oh, somebody don't believe me. I heard somebody didn't believe what I was. Hold on. Let me. Do you hear me? Nobody. No. He's in that thing. And look at he just playing church. He just playing church. Okay, now stop. We're gonna stop right here because this is getting crazy. Listen to me. That lady behind him is his wife, right? Or I believe that's what my source was telling me. But this is what it is.
I wonder what he took a swig of earlier. Watch this.
Okay, I can't do too much of this because it's ridiculous. That is Michael Clark Ministries Incorporated, man. That's how he get down. That's how he gets down. Now, what we trying to figure out here is the fact that this is what we call diabolical. And Sapphire Ridge in the building. What up, though? Tracy Tar said Kurt Franklin is mad about it. But this is diabolical. This is the thing that we're talking about here, is the fact that this corruption is also has crept into the church aspect of it as well. You know what I'm saying? This is actually diabolical and actually crazy. All right, give me 1 second, guys. What y'all think of your boy Michael Clark, man? We packing him up? Is he packed up? We packing him up, man. Do you think he will testify in court? Because he did not. Now, all the interviews that we saw, that we went through, not one interview with the Kentucky State Police. Not one. We looked through everybody who was in the chambers except for Michael Clark was the ones that said something. He was odd all day. Sean Mickey Stines was odd all day. He was moving kind of weird. Right? Then all of a sudden, they interview everybody in there except for him. What we saw is him outside while Sean Mickey Stines was outside after he shot Judge Mullins. Did we not see that, chat? We actually saw that. We saw him go outside. He went in the same area. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can get. I'm about to go into this real quick. Because the courthouse let's see. So we're gonna open it up. Okay. Let's do this right here. Okay. So this is the map of the courthouse. All right. And this is where the judge's chambers is. The green arrow indicates the path that Stines took after the pew pew. Purple arrow indicates path Stines took re-entering the courthouse. And remember, let me drop this part right here quick so you can see it. Remember, we saw Mickey Stines go out this way, come out the hallway, he went straight outside. He went outside and he was here. Remember when he came out to this parking lot, who was out there with him? Michael Clark. He came right in here from Michael Clark was right here with him, watching him walk back. As a matter of fact, we saw police run right past Mickey Stines because nobody suspected him of doing it. Not one person. Not one person suspected Mickey Stines of even doing that. So this is the reason why Michael Clark, to me, is a person of interest to talk to, because first of all, you was with him all day. And secondly, how come out of all the people that's being interviewed, you're not being interviewed and you was with him all day? It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. See how Bill said, no, it's not Rooted Church. That is not Rooted Church. I have those. If you want to see those videos, click my link in the pin that's pinned to the chat. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see them in full. Jenny said he was never interviewed. Wow, never interviewed. We had three. It was a young man, a man. It was, I believe, 2 or 3 women. They were interviewed. We saw the interview last time we went live. We saw these interviews, and we didn't see Michael Clark get interviewed at all. But what he did do was post the video on his Facebook page after the shooting happened and claimed that Mickey Stines had got a mental health issue. That's his homie, though. That's his boy. What's your thoughts about Michael Clark in the chat, y'all? What y'all thinking? Let's see, man. I'm missing some of this stuff, man. This is good stuff. Let's see here. Said Kurt Franklin's man. Let's see here. Let's see here. The church he is at now is small with very humble and good people. It's in the next county over, and they truly are not familiar with what's going on with him in all of this. Oh, I know they're not familiar. They're not familiar at all. Not at all. They just want to have church and do their thing. He in there playing games. He in there playing games. Old people are easily confused and subject to con artists. That's true. That's definitely true. Says not racist. I attended a black church with my kids. It's singing off the roof. True praise the Lord moment. Absolutely. We gonna listen, black folks. We gonna church. This guy's like Whitehead, Bishop Whitehead. Yep, he'll eventually go to jail. Michael Clark, man, this is him. Felicia Fee, what up, though? It's been a minute since I've seen you. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Everybody put Fee in the chat. Everybody put Fee in the chat. Show love. Show love to Felicia Fee in the chat. All right, we about to get into what I want to get into now real quick is I want to get into the fact that tomorrow is the Mickey Stines hearing at 1 o'clock. Okay. Judge Christopher Corin, but I think it's Corin, is the special judge, and he's also the judge of the 8th Circuit in Warren and Edmonson counties. Okay, and he's the special judge that's appointed for this case. he has ordered the Kentucky State Police Special Response Team to transport Stines from the Leslie County Detention Center to the Letcher County Courthouse for a status hearing, which is to begin at 1 p.m. in the Letcher Circuit Courtroom, where all of this went about. In a motion filed August 5th, the defense attorney for Stines asked that a psychological report on Stines be unsealed before the hearing so it can use portions of the report at the hearing to support his defense and ensure the court has a full and fair understanding of the relevant facts. Okay, now we're going to read this real quick. I hope we can see this. All right, I'm going to zoom it in real quick here. But this is the filing that he's referring to. See, this is August 5th. All right. Rhonda Hall in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. All right. Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Sean Stines. Defendant's motion to unseal KCPC evaluation comes now the defendant by counsel and respectfully moves this honorable court to unseal the psychological evaluation previously ordered in this matter for the purpose of use at the August 15th hearing, 2025 hearing. In support of this motion, the defendant states as follows: a hearing on the defendant's motion to dismiss and a motion for bond is scheduled for August 15th, 2025. Okay, motion to dismiss what? The motion to dismiss the indictment. The reason why they want to dismiss this indictment is because there was a grand jury meeting, allegedly, that was not recorded. And all of the grand jury recordings in the state of Kentucky are mandatory to be recorded. And this particular meeting was not recorded. And our boy Michael Stamper was in there, the lead investigator who didn't know anything. He was in there. And allegedly the prosecution responded by saying, yeah, it wasn't a meeting that needed to be recorded. And then also the defense is claiming that the grand jury is not getting the opportunity to ask certain questions. So they want to dismiss this indictment. A psychological evaluation of the defendant was previously conducted, filed under seal by the court. The contents of the psychological evaluation are directly relevant to issues anticipated to be raised at the upcoming evidentiary hearing. The defendant seeks to introduce portions of the psychological evaluation at the evidentiary hearing to support his defense and ensure the court has full and fair understanding of the relevant facts. Okay. Wherefore, the defendant respectfully requests that the court enter an order unsealing the psychological evaluation for the purposes stated above and grant such further relief as is just and proper. And again, his Jeremy Bartley is the lawyer and also his wife as well. Okay, they practice together. All right. I want to go ahead and show you, and I'm not sure if you all remember this, and I want to show you the hearing that happened before this next one happens, okay? Because I think it's important that you understand how we got to where we got to, all right? So this is a hearing of Sean Mickey Stines, and this is on a Zoom. He wasn't in the courtroom. This is where Judge Carone is going to be he is going to be presiding over this case. All right. So this is the first hearing that he had with him. Okay. And so we want to go ahead and take a look at this. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button already, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, thank you and welcome to Biz Nation. Again, I hope this channel serves you very well. We will get into a lot of different things. Again, put in your back pocket the Devin Michaels case. Please put that in your back pocket because we are definitely going to get into that as well. We already dropped the video on this. So if you go to the channel, you go to our videos, you will see the Devin Michaels case. We also unpacked the Barry Morphew case on this channel as well. And so we are keeping our eye on that as well, okay? This is the hearing of Sean Mickey Stines before Judge Christopher Caron, or Corin, I believe it's pronounced. And this is how we got to where we are now. And tomorrow will be the 1 o'clock hearing. So here we go.
Here on 24 CR 204, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Sean versus Sean Mickey Stines. This is my first hearing on this matter. I was appointed to sit as special judge in this matter by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So I will be the sitting judge in Letcher Circuit Court till the conclusion of this matter. Also, the Honorable Courtney Shoemaker, who is the Circuit Court Clerk for Boyle County, is going to be the Special Circuit Court Clerk. For the record, the parties are present. Jackie Steele is the Commonwealth's attorney in this matter, and Jeremy and Carrie Bartley, I see, are both present.
Yes, Your Honor.
With their client. I wanted to set this first status hearing. I know we'll probably have a few of these just to kind of go through a few matters to make sure we're going to proceed efficiently during the pendency of this action. Mr. Steele, can you first give me kind of an update as far as proceeding with discovery and kind of what you think a reasonable timeline is for discovery completion on this case?
First, Judge, let me clarify. Ramsey Dallum with the Attorney General's office, also attorney handling the matter. She had a conflict with other scheduling issues today. I see Mr. Koch in our Attorney General's office on special prosecutions. Ramsey has really been taking care of the discovery. I know we have made discovery. I think 2 weeks ago we made another some more discovery, some issues. We still have some things coming in and things being tested. I would think within the next 4 to 6 months, all discovery and testing would be complete. Okay.
Mr. Koch, you wish to input on that at all, or anything you can update us on?
No, Your Honor. Jackie is correct. That sounds correct. And Ramsey, when she gets back next week, she's out of the state this week, but we'll have a better idea at that time.
All right,
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
If I may, Your Honor, I also failed to mention Mr. Jim Cox, who is co-counsel with our office. He is appearing by Zoom as well, Your Honor. And if I speak to discovery, they have provided a plethora of voluminous discovery. We're continuing to go through that. At this point, all of our discovery requests have been met. And at this point, there are no outstanding discovery issues that we're aware of.
All right. And I encourage, like I said, Mr. Bartley, I know any requests you have, please go ahead and make it, and they'll be happy, I'm sure, to provide that. If we do become, at any point in time, if there is an issue in regards to discovery, all y'all need to do is notify my office, and we can address that at any point in time the parties need. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. All right. Next, there's been an affidavit of indigency filed on behalf of Mr. Stines. Mr. Steele, have you had the opportunity to review that yet?
I have not, Your Honor. No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Bartley, if you don't mind, or I'll tell you what, if it's okay with you, I'll send Mr. Steele a copy of that for his review also.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Then I would ask that if we have any hearings relative to that, Judge, if we could do those in camera, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, and Mr. Steele, I'm going to have you take a look.
Now, remember, in camera is ex parte. All right.
Look at it. I'll just kind of give you my inclination at this point in time after reviewing the affidavit of indigency. Due to the nature and complexity of this case, I do believe after reviewing the affidavit of indigency that Mr. Stines will qualify potentially for Chapter 31 funding. I'm going to ask you, I'll send that to you, and you can copy special prosecutions on it. What I would ask is after I send it to you all, if you all have any objection to that, if you will file that with the court within 10 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't think that will be an issue. Mr. Bartley, once we get that issue resolved, I will then proceed potentially with any request for Chapter 31 funding. And Mr. Steele, Mr. Koch, maybe you all can address this if you want. Obviously, the rules would require that you all be given notice of the request for any ex parte hearings. without question, there I think will be some ex parte hearings potentially for Chapter 31 fundings. How do you all want Mr. Bartley to notify you all anytime that they are going to file for an ex parte hearing?
Your Honor, Mr. Bartley has both mine and Ramsey's email. We've emailed each other several times through the last several months. Email will be fine. He does not need to file those in certified record.
I appreciate that. That's always, the Chapter 31 process is of such that that first step, the notice requirement, I don't think needs to be formalized. So any point in time, Mr. Bartley, before we'll have a hearing on that, if you'll just notify Mr. Steele in regards to that, we'll address that at that point in time.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Steele, Mr. Coker.
And then next, are we in a position to know if there's going to be a request for any type of evaluation?
Judge, I've spoken with my client. We have. Oh, my apologies, Judge. I thought you were speaking. So what we have spoken with Mr. Steele about is that we do believe that there will be an issue as to criminal responsibility. We have consulted with, folks with regards to that issue. I reached out to Mr. Steele and we basically decided that we would raise this as a joint motion. I know that, once we provide that notice, the Commonwealth is entitled to have their expert evaluate Mr. Stines. And out of expediency, I believe that Mr. Steele and I would ask for an order for that evaluation to go ahead and take place. There are a couple of issues I did want to address with regard to the examination. I don't think they will be an issue at all, but I did want to make a couple of notes. But that's how we intend to proceed, Your Honor, with the court's blessing.
That's his wife.
All right. And in regards to what I generally would do, and I think that's probably the best course of action to go ahead and get that in the pipeline. It is going to require, what I would recommend is that we go ahead and get the order entered in regards to competency and criminal responsibility. I might as well go ahead and address, since we're going to be doing that, versus we've seen it sometimes be piecemealed, and I don't want to delay the proceedings if we would have to go back and redo that. I know KCPC will initially do a video interview of him initially, and then we'll notify, which is now required by law, and then they will then notify the court if a inpatient evaluation would be required.
Your Honor, so and I understand the court's position, and certainly we do not raise the issue as to competency, but I understand the court and the expediency of going ahead and examining that. I understand that, but I did want to make clear that our notice only concerned the criminal responsibility, Your Honor. But the other issue that I wanted to make sure that we discussed was my understanding with I believe it's Sean's law, that made it more clear that our expert should be able to participate in the proceedings at KCPC. And I would ask that I'll go ahead and identify him as Dr. Eric Drogan.
Okay, I'm very familiar with Dr. Drogan.
We would ask that Dr. Drogan be allowed to participate pursuant to the statute. And then the second piece of that is, and generally I believe this is standard procedure, but I believe that normally KCPC gives both parties an opportunity to submit materials that they may want reviewed.
Sure.
We certainly would like to make sure that we have that opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah, both sides will have. I know the more information the KCPC is provided, the more effective the evaluation will be.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Steele, what's your take on if we do just criminal responsibility, or if we go ahead and knock out competency and criminal responsibility?
I'm okay with the competency issue. This is taking a little bit of a turn from the discussion me and Mr. Bartley had. I thought we was doing a competency evaluation. They always do the criminal responsibility behind it. But now he's saying that he wants his expert there during a criminal responsibility. I'm not comfortable doing a criminal responsibility if he's going to have an expert on that position, unless we know what the issues are they're raising in the criminal responsibility with our expert. So we're going to get in a position where our experts at KCPC or the court's experts at KCPC are on criminal responsibility are going to make a finding while their expert's present, and then he's going to go back and write his report. I don't want the court's KCPC evaluators doing an evaluation until they know what their position is, what their expert's position is. That way he's not not interfering, but he's in an evaluation for criminal responsibility, and then he gets to go back and then address issues that he thought were not discussed properly during the KCPC responsibility issues. So I'm okay with getting the order in, but I think if there should be I think their expert, if they've already conferred with him, he's already done examination, needs to get that report in before the KCPC responsibility issue is done.
Yeah. So, Judge, I don't think that the rules require preparation of a report before that examination. We are, again, we raise only the issue of criminal responsibility. I understand that it's expedient to raise both, but once we give notice, there's nothing that I see that requires us to produce a report before he's evaluated. And, I guess the reverse could be true that, if we have them evaluate it, I mean, if we submit the report, then the inverse is true. Then they get the opportunity to see our position in advance and to evaluate it, in that light, Judge. So I'd ask that we go ahead and send him up there, have him evaluated. If there is something, once we both exchange reports, that in rebuttal they want to have reviewed by their expert, then I think certainly they can send them Dr. Drogan's report and have them examine it, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to take that under advisement. I am going to go ahead and get an order entered. We'll address the issue of the timing of the providing of the reports and who's present and when. I want to take a look at that Mr. Bartlett, I mean, for me, the distinct difference would be KCPC, while they're an employee of the Commonwealth, are not an agent of the Commonwealth. That is an independent evaluation versus Dr. Drogan, who would be a retained defense expert. So,
if I could, Your Honor, I don't mean to interrupt you, Judge. And I think that if this were a court, I mean, if we were only looking at the issue of competency, but I believe under 807, if we have our own expert and we're not asking them to serve as an independent, I mean, this is going to be a state witness. I mean, KCPC will be their expert. And Mr. Still, do you disagree with that position or that piece of it?
Judge, if I may at this point in time, that's exactly going to my point. If he was indigent from the get-go and he had been found indigent and I understand the court may be looking at that issue, they're required to use state funds if available before coming to you for Chapter 31 funds. Also, they had funds available for them for an expert in criminal responsibility. That is their expert. They're not sending him for a criminal responsibility competency issue to be addressed for the court to have an understanding, for them to then say, okay, there's criminal responsibility issues. They have got an expert hired. They're putting the court and the Commonwealth in a position that they're going to allow criminal responsibility done. Well, they've already got an expert hired. And like the court said, they're not my expert. They are a function of the court, for the court to look at issues in regards to pretrial issues. So that's, again, just reemphasizes my position in regards to criminal responsibility, why their expert who's already hired should have a report filed before that goes forward.
All right. I'm going to take that issue under advisement. I'll take a look at that. I will either issue an order or I'll enter a briefing schedule in regards to that issue.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else you all want to address today?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask that the court advise how you would like us to make our request for bond. We had discussed at the arraignment with the previous judge that we would do a formal bond hearing. Certainly, we were kind of in limbo until your appointment, Your Honor. So we certainly would ask the court to review it, but we would like the opportunity to address bond, Your Honor, and how, in whatever form the court would like for us to raise that issue.
I'm fine, but in regards to issue that, if you want to set a time for a formal motion on your bond, we can do that at any point in time.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. In terms of dates, is there any parameter in which you would like for us to file it?
If you all want, you can confer with the Commonwealth. If you want, just find some agreeable dates to both sides, and then we'll coordinate that with my office, and that'll be a hearing that I will travel and do that in person.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. That's why I want to make sure that it was convenient for all the parties.
Absolutely. We'll work around that. And when we get a little bit more, we can probably tie it in, and also with the fact that if we need to have any arguments in regards to the evaluation process, we could probably couple that and kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, Your Honor. In the event that the court, there were a bond set that was makeable, then at that point we, may have to revisit whether there's a inpatient versus outpatient. But I understand Your Honor, we'll file that motion and get with everyone to discuss a convenient hearing date, Your Honor.
Sure. Be glad to address bond at any point in time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else we need to address today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Steele,
Nothing for the comment, Your Honor.
Mr. Kokenar, anything from the AG's perspective?
No, Your Honor, nothing else. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate all the parties. I will then look for you all to look for some dates once the bond motion is filed.
All right. So that's that. All right. So that was the hearing that occurred prior to, which led us up to this point right here. Trakisha says, what's your read on his attorneys? I think I saw Sapphire Ridge's answer as well. He has really good attorneys. I actually had a conversation with Hillbilly Crime, and she confirmed that the lawyers that he have are like very good lawyers. So he's in good hands when it comes to his lawyering. From what I have seen, I saw the preliminary hearing that we saw with the questioning of Mr. Stamper, who was the lead investigator, and I was able to see him, and we was able to see him in action in that video as well. And he did a phenomenal job. He has really good questions. He has that Kentucky draw, but the man know what he doing though, and he really was talking good. You know what I'm saying? And so Tabias TV is the new Mickey Stines case liaison. Yes, I am a Mickey Stines case liaison. But no, he has good attorneys, good lawyers. And so I think what Mickey Stines is trying to do is, like, again, he's trying to exhaust all the options he has on a financial level, because this is going to take some money, right? You know, yeah, you can own all the stuff you want to own, but I'm telling you, if it doesn't have the type of appraisal, collateral, or anything like that is of any value, like, it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes people will, like you saw in the P. Diddy case. What did P. Diddy do? P. Diddy said, man, look, I'll give you $50 million to this, how I'm gonna do it though. I got a house in Miami, okay, LA, whichever one it was. I got this over here. That's already appraised for $20-something million. You start putting up your assets, then that money started chipping away at you. You feel me? And so, so that's something that that this is something that, I think that he kept in mind, I believe, when he got these lawyers, because these lawyers are very good lawyers. So we will get a chance to see them in action if there is a trial. I don't know how this motion is going to turn out tomorrow, but I think personally we'll get a trial date tomorrow. We may get a trial date tomorrow. It's a status hearing. He's going to address the motions to dismiss the indictment. He's going to address the motion about bond as well tomorrow at 1:00 at the Letcher County courtroom. Well, we did hear the judge say that he will travel there, which he is doing. And they are transporting him from Leslie County to Letcher. Also, the KCPC, I think that was something that KP was asking about. That's the Kentucky Correctional Psychiatric Center. So that's where the psych evaluation took place. And matter of fact, let's read something real quick, because I believe in the folder that we have, we had the motion to the motion that the judge wanted to get from Jeremy Barley about the psych evaluation. So inside of the folder, if you click the link, you will see something called Stines competency motion that was filed February the 27th, 2025. Okay, this is the same, and it was granted. I don't believe that his own doctor was able to do their own evaluation simultaneously, but but the KCPC did do the actual psych eval. So their actual report is what they want to unseal, which will help in the hearing tomorrow to establish the case of what? Insanity. That's the plea. That's what he's basically saying. Yo, he was insane at the time. He really didn't know what he was doing. He kind of knew what he was doing, but he really didn't know. He was all over the place. He was this, he was that, whatever it is. And then this is going to back that up. This psych evaluation is going to back that up. It's going to unpack our defense. So they're trying to establish their defense. I believe I saw somebody say that in the chat, which is a brilliant answer. They're trying to establish that defense, right? And so that's definitely something that, again, I think is really good on Mickey's part for his defense of insanity. He's not, because he's definitely not pleading not guilty. And again, the death penalty is a part of the sentence when it comes to murder of the first degree in Kentucky. And I believe also they're adding in there murder of a public official is a count as well. And so all of that, you're gonna, man, look, this would be this is like one of the this is something that, again, I've never seen this before. So I'm in the trenches just like y'all with this. Like, I don't know what is gonna happen, but all I know is the connection between Stines, Mullins, Clark, former Governor Bevin, Attorney General Russell Coleman, Terry Adams, Bolin, Ben Fields, Sarah Atkins, Jennifer Hill, who died from ODing. Okay. Ben Fields' wife. Okay. The lady, I believe her name, I want to say Stacey Yates, but I believe that's the lady's name who Ben Fields reported to, so that way she could deactivate the monitors while he was getting his favors simultaneously as well. She's got to be in there. Matt Easter was the Attorney General investigator who did the interview for Sabrina Atkins and Ben Fields. Okay, you got transcript, you got a deposition that occurred 3 days before he shoots Judge Mullins. It's a lot to talk about in this case. And when you see something, when you see it like he did it, put him in jail, boom. Yeah, but he's pleading not guilty to that count. So if he's pleading not guilty to that count, he is saying, I have a defense for that count. You know what I'm saying? So this is where it gets crazy. Cat Not Williams is crazy. And shout out to Cat Not Williams, man, for the $20 cash app. I appreciate you. Always. Thank you. I want to officially appreciate you for that. But yeah, this is like she Biz Tanica. You know, I'm just saying, it's like this is going to be a very, very interesting case. I don't see it cut, and I mean, I see it cut and dry in the act of what he did. Yes, we obviously see it. Yes, I always tell people this, that the indictment is one of the most important pieces of literature that is involved. Okay, because this is what the state is charging you with, and as we see in a lot of different commonwealths, they either overcharge you like they did Karen Reed, or they will undercharge you like they did YSL. Okay, but they tried that. Well, they overcharged, but they underdelivered with their result, because they couldn't do RICO. It was miscategorized on the indictment, and then Brian still talked about it during that time too. And your boy Pituitary Glanville wasn't having it. He was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's a lot to it. I just don't think that in any case, and I'm under the idea of you're innocent till proven guilty. I just don't know if it's first degree. I don't know if it's premeditated. If it was a premeditated thing. There are too many things, there are too many touchy things that occurred that led to it. It's too many things that occurred that led to it. And we talking about things that occur close together. It's not just, we see that he did it, But was it premeditated? Was it what y'all said y'all charging him with? Was it that? And he's going to prove that no, it wasn't that. That's what he's saying. He's saying, I did not do it. I did not do a premeditated thing. I shot him 8 times, but it wasn't premeditated. It was off the basis of what? Now that what is the defense? That what is the defense? Premeditation could take place in seconds. I don't think so. I disagree. I'm sorry, but I disagree with that. Premeditation under the law of what it defined as doesn't say that. We talking about under the law of what is defined as, it doesn't say that. That's more like manslaughter. That's more like out of a passionate moment. If that something take place in a second, in the heat of a moment, that's a passion. You can prove passion on that. You can prove voluntary manslaughter on that. Premeditation, though, that's more of a planned thing. And did Mickey Stines go in there planning it? You know, I have the Black's Law Dictionary, the latest version. I have seen this definition plenty of times. This is not premeditation. Don't happen in seconds by law. And the Black's Law Dictionary is $100. I'm telling you. So no, it ain't. That's more of a manslaughter thing. So that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be interesting now, and I see this is good because even though Sapphire Ridge News, he got some good information. He believes it to be one thing. I believe it to be something different. So you're gonna have the court of public opinion with this too, which is interesting. It gives us something to talk about, and it gives us something to really think about because this can happen to anybody. Just because you know what you're doing don't mean it's premeditated. It depends on what the circumstances are. It totally does. It totally does. I'm telling you, it totally does, man. You can walk in a store and you're just going there to buy some chips. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes to try to attack you. Somebody comes to try to attack you, and then you defend yourself, but then you mistakenly unalive them. You know, that can happen. Now, what they charge you with will be one particular thing. So it definitely all depends. I just think this case is a little bit more nuanced than what people are thinking. Oh, it's premeditated. He knew exactly what he was doing. At what point? He had some questions. He had some things. He had this, that, and the other. And then what led up to everything? See, a lot of people may not agree with that, you know? So I just don't think I just don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I just can't say, oh, he is premeditated because he knew what he was doing. I can't say it's premeditated, though. He knew what he was doing in the heat of that moment. Yeah. That don't mean it was a premeditated thing. That's my stance on that. But we're going to see. We're going to find out. This is very, very interesting. Very, very awesome. I am so happy that you all showed up on the live tonight. Thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you. Yeah, here, Billy in the building, Beverly Hall. I appreciate this as well, even though you was like, that's a joke. That's all good. We all have our own observations. It's all good. Trakisha in the building. Everybody in the building. Terry Winnegar, my Kentuckians, man, they're in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. It is getting a little bit late. It is a Thursday night. I do have to work in the morning, but we are going to look at this hearing tomorrow for sure. For sure. All right. This is your boy Tate Biz in the building. I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you so much for watching once again. Yes, this is a great case. I think this is a case that we should follow. I don't think what we think it is. I don't think it is what it is. I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think it's a little bit deeper than just like, oh, he knew what he was doing. So yes. Is he going to go to jail? Probably. Is he going to get the death penalty? It depends. All of this stuff is dependent. This is like life or death right here. You know what I'm saying? They could easily put the death penalty on him. They could, you know, if they say this is premeditated murder, and the verdict says this is what it is, the sentencing could be death penalty, y'all. So this is just really deeper than rap to me, man. All right. I love you all as well. I love you all. I love you, Sapphire Ridge. I appreciate you. I see you all tomorrow. I do hope that I have some time tomorrow to actually do it live. I want to do the hearing live, actually. I don't want to wait till I have to get off work and do it. But if I have to wait, then I will wait. But we are all going to watch it together no matter what. All right. It's your boy, Ted Biz. I love you all so much. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you again, Cat on Wins for the $20 Cash App. I appreciate you. It's your boy. Peace, man. I'm out, y'all. Thank you.
I brought that with me. Case they get too easy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming. And they know what we hate. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN. Working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out. Cause all of my hitters too deep in. With the boy, I'm so seen. Ain't worried about long as my money and my green. Baby, I ain't got work tomorrow. Tell me what the business is. Ain't about no club hop. I'm trying to start some businesses. Shorty, you thought it was, they better know it's not that. Talking all that online, they knowing that it's not fake. Sliding through my hood, I make maneuvers like a Uber, baby. Got a 10-year plan, these can't tell what they doing lately. And I'm way too clean, I'm Listerine, I thought they been knew it. All in my lungs, I got my red cup full of that hint fluid. Young middle Mad Mac, I'm swinging that leg, I'm banging that do or die. And I ain't that legally before I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, this place in my family tree. How the they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, know my shawty thick as human air. And I need not mention no extensions, that's human hair. Boy, we grew in there. Around through that left side, low end.